As far as Hall of Fame numbers go, some of his shouldn't surprise you at all. 300 victories, 8 All-Star appearances, and a World Series championship. But then you add in the 5,714 strikeouts and 7 no-hitters, and Nolan Ryan belongs in the Hall of Fame as he was inducted in 1999, and definitely belongs as part of the All-Century team, as was announced the same season. I've been collecting Nolan from the beginning, really. I happened to pick up an extra 1973 league leader showing his leading the American League in strikeouts. At 329 he had that season, so along with Steve Carlton, his is the oldest extra card I have in my PC. Next to that, the all-time record holders from 1979, along with Walter Johnson, who he would eventually eclipse. He was a strikeout leader in 78. On the top right, his 1981 Fleer, first Fleer card of his. 81 Donruss, 81 Topps, and 82 Fleer in the middle. And at the bottom, his 82 highlights, showing him setting a new record with 5 no-hitters, passing Sandy Koufax. His 82 Topps base and 82 Donruss on the bottom. 1982 Diamond Kings leads off the next page, next to his 83 Fleer and 83 Donruss. In the middle, 83 Topps send-in glossies, which I talked about in my Tony Gwynn PC. His super veteran card from 83 Topps, which shows him as a unofficial rookie in 1966. He didn't play that much in 66, and he didn't play at all in 1967. His true rookie year was 68. The iconic 83 design with 2 pictures from Topps, and then at the bottom row, his iconic 84 Donruss. The set itself is iconic. His 84 Donruss, 84 Topps, and 84 Fleer. In 1984, he did eclipse Walter Johnson, becoming the all-time strikeout leader, as is commemorated in his 1985 Topps record breaker card. Next to that is 85 Topps and 85 Fleer. 85 Donruss in the middle, very intimidating looking stare, and his 86 Topps base, and then his 86 send-in glossy. 86 Donruss, 86 Fleer, and 87 Fleer next to that. Here we have his 87 Topps and Donruss cards next to the 88 Fleer. In the middle row, 88 Donruss, 88 Classic, which is part of a board game. I believe it was the second year they had released that series, and the first ever scorecard, 88. 88 record breaker on the bottom next to his 88 base Topps and 89 Topps. Here we see the last of his cards as an Astro from Donruss, Fleer, and Score. In the middle row, 89 Upper Deck Houston checklist card with a cool illustration. And then the multi-exposure card from the Upper Deck base set. And then in 89, he was signed with the Rangers, moved upstate to Arlington, and there he is on the Baseball Cards magazine reproduction of 1959. The iconic 1989 Upper Deck of him throwing the football during spring training, and then his 89 Topps and 89 Donruss update. Things start to get fun for Ryan collectors as he got his 300th victory and 5,000th strikeout. So all of a sudden cards started coming out commemorating those feats, and he became one of the hottest stars, even though he was already a veteran for about 20 years in the major leagues, for collectors to acquire. At the top, 89 Score update, 89 Fleer update commemorating his 5,000th strikeout, which was Rickey Henderson. And then 1990 Topps kicked off their set with 5 cards, the first being his regular base card, and then the images of him with the 4 teams he has played with through his career. Tip of the cap with the Rangers, a tip of the cap to Nolan for his accomplishments. The card in the middle on the bottom row is his 1990 Donruss King of Kings. There are 3 variations of this card. The first is the correct numbering on the back, which is number 665. There is also a back with number 659, which is the actual number and back of his Donruss 5,000 strikeout tribute card. And there's another version with no number at all on the back. So you can look for those in your collection, see what you have. And then his regular 1990 Donruss base. 1990 Score highlights of him in his 300th victory, 1990 score base, 1990 Topps Send In Glossy. Another baseball card insert, this one looking like 1969, with a huge glove and the finger poking out. This not at all reminiscent of his 69 Topps card when it came out as a member of the Mets. 1990 Fleer is in the middle, and then Fleer update showing 3 decades of no-hitters. His 1990 Upper Deck, 90 Upper Deck commemorating his 5,000th strikeout, and then another card from Upper Deck commemorating his 6th no-hitter, which talks about the game on the reverse. That card, the first card of 2 that came out, did not have this banner. This banner says 300th win and has the July 31st date of when he beat the Brewers to pick up that milestone victory. So same card, same image, same back, just with and without the banner. Topps kicked off the 1991 base set by giving Nolan Ryan card number 1 again in a horizontal pose this time. 91s had a lot of horizontal pictures in their set. Record breaker card is next to that, and then Pinnacle. The next 2 cards in the middle, which talk about his 3,000th strikeout and 5th no-hitter, are part of a 110 card set which was released in its own box from Pacific called the Texas Express. They were easy to find and relatively cheap. They run through the early 90s of his entire career and have a lot of never seen before photos. 91 Fleer next to that, and then at the bottom his 91 Score, No Hit Club card, and 300th career victory highlight, all from Score. 91 Donruss Series 1 in blue, his base card and his no-hitter, number 6. And 91 Donruss Series 2 with the green border highlights his 300th win. 91 Topps Stadium Club shows him in his tuxedo, ready to throw a fastball, reminiscent of Dave Stewart's card, in which he's also dressed to the nines. May 1st, 1991 is a date most of us remember. 2 big events happened the same day. Rickey Henderson bypassing Lou Brock as the all-time stolen base leader in a day game in Oakland, and then later that night, Nolan Ryan struck out Roberto Alomar and no-hit the Blue Jays, giving him number 7 in his career. So this card is cool for both Rickey and Nolan collectors. 91 Upper Deck is next to that. At the bottom, 92 Topps Record Breaker, 92 Upper Deck Rangers Checklist, and then his Upper Deck base card from that year. Provisions were a cool subset that were released in the early 1990s from Fleer. This is Nolan's Fleer 92. It's entitled Who's Next? No relation to Bill Goldberg's phrase. 93 Upper Deck next to that, another horizontal image with a fastball coming right at you, covering the first P in the word upper, and then his SP from 93, I believe it is. 95 Collector's Choice, Best of the 90s, and a really cool set in Fleer Sports Illustrated Greats of the Game from 1999, which had not just base cards, but they had inserts showing actual covers of Sports Illustrated magazines, and they also had a cool inserts of on-card autographs from guys like Willie Mays and Boog Powell. There were a ton, and it's a really expensive set. It's a beautiful, beautiful set. It was a really hot item when it came out. I think they're still tough to find now. Upper Deck. Who's this on the bottom here? Eternal Glory insert from 2001, I believe. And next to that is 2001 Upper Deck Decade of the 70s Arms Race insert. That was another cool set of the Decade of the 70s. Lots of Willie Stargell and Johnny Bench and Reggie Jackson cards, Phil Necro. One of many insert subsets they had as part of that set. 2001 Upper Deck Millennium Team. Topps Golden Moments from 2001. And then Topps Archives, teasing what his rookie card might look like if Jerry Koosman were not on it. And then a reprint of 77 strikeout leaders with Tom Seaver and his 78 Topps Record Breaker of most games with 10 or more strikeouts in a career, which he accomplished in 1977. Topps A&G Mini from 2008. 2010 Topps franchise history of the Rangers. I believe that is his 6th no-hitter they're celebrating. I believe that was number 6 where they carried him off. 2010 Topps inserts of Legendary Lineage with Justin Verlander. That's the original looking card from his 69, although it's a reprint of cards your mom threw out. And another reprint insert of what his 1952 Topps might have looked like in full color. Vintage Legends is the name of the insert. So that's most of what I have of Nolan Ryan in trading cards. There's a couple magazines laying around, and I think I have a couple starting lineups as well, and we'll get to those in due time. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for other PC videos and updates of my vintage set collections. Bye.